Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Diablo 4 video. Well, today I have a really cool video for you. Every now and then there comes a method that you need to pay attention to because you know the devs are going to patch it. Today, well, the community found one of those dungeons and it is absolutely amazing. You can get millions of XP and a ton of loot as well. You can do this solo, you can do this with friends, and today I'm going to show you about this amazing loot cave. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, I know you know to know exactly when this is at, so before I start anything, this is where the dungeon is located. Right over here, right? We're going to be heading into the Iron Hole. I was actually doing this on accident, and then I found out, well, the whole community has already been doing this. Yep, there's densely packed mobs of elites inside of here. Now, a couple of days ago, they did put out a patch, and they were supposed to patch densely packed elite mobs. Well, they kind of missed this one, and that's why I'm sure this one is probably going to get patched because you can get a ton of loot and a ton of XP. So this is how it's going to work. First thing first, when you first come into the game, you are going to head straight in. When you see the log door, you want to head right, and then you want to head into the jailer. You're going to see a nice little skull on the screen. That's the guy you want to take out. He's going to drop the jail key. Now, after you have that jail key, you want to head all the way back to that locked door and open up the locked door, and that is where the second part of the dungeon is, and that is where the two elite mobs are located as well. So this is how it's going to go down. There is one little stopping point right here every time that you have to take out some enemies, right? And then you can move on. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, once you are down here, there's a chance that the butcher can pop out right about here. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. I have some footage of it, and I'll show you a little bit later. But once you're down here, you need to find those two elite mobs, right? Now, I kind of went the wrong way right here, but that's cool. There's still enemies that's following me. So go ahead and just take those out and go ahead and grab this. But I did go the wrong way right here, so it could be a little bit more efficient. But you want to just find the two elite mobs. There's going to be one to the right and another elite mob to the left. And here it is right here, and I got another drop. Like I said, they drop a ton of loot and a ton of XP. And here is the door and the pedestal where you need to place them where you're going to fight the boss. But we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be taking out these two elite mobs, farming them for loot, and, you know, farming them for gear and XP. And then we're going to cut out and wash, rinse, repeat. So like I said, there's one to the right and then another mob to the left. And here is that next mob, like so. So just go ahead and take out both of these mobs, get your XP, and hopefully they'll drop some loot for you. Some good loot, some loot that'll help out your build. After that, once again, you want to just go ahead and not leave the game, but leave the dungeon first, right? So leave the dungeon first, and then after you leave the dungeon, you want to then leave the game. Alright, so that's how we're going to reset the dungeon, make it really fast. Like I said, you can do this solo, you can do this with friends as well, but a ton of people are doing this right now. I was doing it and didn't even know the whole community was just doing this. It's a ton of ways, a ton of different dungeons that have these huge elite mobs, but this one's a little bit different. It drops a ton of loot, as you can see right here, and these mobs are densely packed, and the devs really said they didn't want that, so this one's probably going to get patched. So hop out there and jump in this loot cave. Like I said, there is a chance for the butcher to show up as well, and this happened to me twice. So here is the footage of that right here, and yeah, my build is working out pretty good. It can definitely be a whole lot better. I need to level up my paragon and, you know, get into those nightmare dungeons and level up my glyphs, but I make pretty much short work of the butcher, so to speak, and he's down for the count now. Move on with the rest of my farming day, so to speak. So definitely, my dudes, look, there's a ton of different methods out there in Diablo 4. This one is a little bit different because it's probably going to get patched, so get out there and have some fun. But for right now, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing, and welcome. And don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Upload a wide variety of videos, range from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. As always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.